Welcome to my channel The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 2 Vitas of 1 new penny. So let's get started. The 1981 new penny coin from the United Kingdom holds a fascinating place in modern British numismatic history, representing the transitional period between pre-decimal and decimal coinage systems. This coin, although small and seemingly ordinary, is a symbol of a crucial time in British currency reform and economic adjustment. To understand the full historical and technical importance of the 1981 new penny, it is essential to explore its background, design, metal composition, minting details, circulation history, and collector value, all of which contribute to its enduring interest among coin enthusiasts and historians alike. The story of the 1981 new penny begins with the Great Decimalization of British currency in 1971. Before that year, the United Kingdom used a complex pre-decimal system where a pound, £1, was divided into 240 pence d, with coins such as the farthing, halfpenny, and shilling being part of daily commerce. The decimal system simplified this structure by dividing £1 into 100 new pence, aligning British currency with international standards. The phrase, new penny, was used initially on coins issued between 1971 and 1981 to help the public distinguish between old and new coinage. Thus, the 1981 new penny coin belongs to the early decimal issues, still carrying the word, new, before the denomination. The obverse of the 1981 new penny features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented British sculptor Arnold Machin. This portrait, introduced in 1968 and used on coins until 1984, depicts a young queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her favorite and most iconic royal adornments. Machin's portrait is elegant and dignified, portraying Her Majesty with grace and confidence, reflecting the stability of the monarchy and the pride of post-war Britain entering a modern age. Around her portrait runs the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. FD 1980, which translates to, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, the 1981 new penny displays the badge of the Prince of Wales, consisting of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. A ribbon below bears the motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve, in German, an ancient heraldic motto associated with the Prince of Wales since the 14th century. The reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside, a renowned designer responsible for several decimal coin designs. Surrounding the badge are the words, New Penny, at the top and the numeral, 1, at the bottom, clearly indicating its denomination. The 1981 new penny was struck in bronze, an alloy composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. This gave the coin a bright reddish-brown appearance when newly minted, which would darken over time as the metal oxidized. The coin has a diameter of 20.32 mm, a thickness of approximately 1.52 mm, and a weight of 3.56 grams. The edge of the coin is plain, with no milling or lettering, a common feature for lower denominations. This coin was part of the first series of decimal bronze coins, which continued in circulation until the Royal Mint switched to a copper-plated steel composition in 1992 due to rising metal costs. The 1981 new penny was struck by the Royal Mint, located at Llantrisant in South Wales. The coin was produced for general circulation and also in brilliant uncirculated BU and proof sets for collectors. The mintage for circulation was substantial, reflecting the widespread use of low-denomination coins in everyday transactions. Although the exact mintage figure for 1980 is not one of the lowest in the series, these coins remain a significant part of British monetary history because they represent the final phase before the denomination's design transition from new penny to simply 1 penny in 1982. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the British economy was undergoing inflation and monetary change, and coins like the 1 new penny played a vital role in small-scale commerce. They were used daily in shops, buses, vending machines, and markets, making them one of the most familiar coins in circulation at the time. The durability of the bronze alloy ensured that many of these coins survived in circulation for decades, even after later versions replaced them. By 1982, the British public had become accustomed to decimal currency, and the new prefix was deemed unnecessary. Therefore, coins minted from 1982 onward bore the inscription, 1 penny, instead of new penny. The 1980 coin is therefore part of the penultimate issue of the new penny design, which adds a degree of historical importance for collectors. It marks the end of an era, a final echo of Britain's adaptation to modern decimal currency. While millions of 1981 new penny coins were produced for circulation, they remain a collectible item, especially in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition. Circulated examples are generally worth only face value, 1 penny, as they are common. However, uncirculated or proof coins can fetch between 50 pence and £2, depending on condition and presentation. Proof versions from official Royal Mint sets are especially prized, as they exhibit mirror-like fields and sharper details. Some collectors also value toning. The natural color changes on bronze over time, as it gives each coin a unique appearance. Beyond its material and collectible value, the 1981 new penny serves as a snapshot of British life in the early Thatcher era. The coin circulated during a time of significant social, economic, and political transformation in the United Kingdom. It was a period marked by industrial shifts, modernization, and debates about the nation's identity within Europe and the Commonwealth. The coin, with its blend of traditional heraldic imagery and modern decimal design, perfectly captures this balance between heritage and progress. It is a small yet tangible piece of Britain's everyday history, a token of ordinary life that silently witnessed the nation's changes. Collectors who wish to preserve their 1981 new penny coins should store them in a dry, cool environment, ideally in acid-free holders or coin flips. Handling should be minimized to prevent oils from fingers from tarnishing the metal. Cleaning is generally discouraged, as it can reduce the coin's numismatic value by removing the natural patina that forms over decades. When stored properly, these coins can remain in excellent condition for many generations. Today, as contactless payments and digital transactions dominate the modern economy, the humble penny is becoming less significant in daily use. Yet, for historians and collectors, the 1981 new penny remains a bridge between the past and present, a reminder of the tangible artistry and national symbolism embedded in coinage. It represents a moment in time when Britain fully embraced a modern decimal system while maintaining the deep-rooted traditions of monarchy and heraldry. The coin's enduring charm lies in its simplicity, a small bronze disc bearing the Queen's youthful portrait and a timeless emblem of royal service. Whether kept in a collection or found in an old jar of coins, the 1981 new penny connects generations through its quiet story of transition, loyalty, and design excellence. Feature details: denomination 1 new penny, year of issue 1980, monarch Queen Elizabeth II, obverse designer Arnold Machin, reverse designer Christopher Ironside, composition bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin, diameter 20.32 mm, weight 3.56 grams, edge plain, mintage high, exact figure varies by source, mint the Royal Mint, Yontressant, Wales, in circulation 1971-1992, bronze issue, value, circulated, 1p, value, uncirculated, proof, 50 pence -£2 approximately. The 1981 new penny stands as a miniature work of art, a symbol of royal identity, and a lasting relic of the United Kingdom's decimalization journey. For collectors, historians, and ordinary Britons alike, it continues to represent not merely a coin, but a piece of living history, minted in bronze, carrying the legacy of an era when Britain reshaped its currency and its sense of modern national pride. Next video. The 1981 one new penny coin is an iconic piece of British numismatic history that represents a fascinating era of change and modernization in the United Kingdom's currency system. To fully appreciate this coin, one must go back to the late 1960s when Britain decided to decimalize its currency, moving away from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system that had existed for centuries. Decimalization officially took place on the 15th of February 1971, known as Decimal Day. With this reform, the old penny and shilling denominations were replaced by new decimal coins, including the one new penny, which was worth 1/100th of a pound. The 1981 issue belongs to this first-generation decimal series, which continued until the early 1980s before the word new was dropped from the coinage in 1982. The obverse front of the 1981 one new penny coin features the elegant and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait had been introduced in 1968 and shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry that had been a wedding gift from Queen Mary. The legend around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II D.G Reg FD 1981, which is an abbreviation of the Latin Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This inscription, along with the Queen's portrait, symbolizes both the monarch's authority and her constitutional role as the head of the Church of England. The design on the obverse is finely detailed, showing the Queen in a calm and regal pose, capturing her image as a young but confident sovereign during the early years of her reign. On the reverse back of the coin lies the instantly recognizable crown portcullis design, which has become one of the enduring symbols of British coinage. The portcullis, a heavy iron gate with chains used in medieval fortresses, represents the Houses of Parliament, connecting the coin to the British government and national identity. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, one of Britain's most respected coin designers, who played a major role in shaping the new decimal series. The portcullis is surmounted by a crown, symbolizing royal authority, and below it are the words, New Penny. At the bottom center sits the denomination, 1. This elegant yet simple design has stood the test of time, being one of the most iconic and minimalist reverses in British coinage. The metal composition of the 1981 one new penny coin is bronze, consisting of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. This alloy gives the coin its characteristic reddish-brown tone that deepens with age and exposure. Over time, the bronze coins often develop a natural patina, sometimes turning darker brown or greenish, which can add to their visual charm and collectability. The weight of the coin is 3.56 grams, the diameter is 20.32 millimeters, and it has a plain, smooth edge. These dimensions were standard across all one new penny coins from 1971 to 1981. The Royal Mint produced the 1981 issue at its facility in Llantrisant, South Wales, which became the main centre of coin production after the move from the historic Tower Hill Mint in London. Although 1981 was not a particularly rare mintage year, it still holds historical value due to being the final full year in which the denomination carried the term, new penny. In 1982, the coin's inscription was changed to 1 penny, to reflect that the public had by then fully adapted to decimal currency. This shift marked the end of a transitional linguistic phase in British coinage. Regarding mintage, over 446 million approximately 446,450,000 one new penny coins were struck in 1981 for circulation, making it a common coin at the time. However, many of these coins have since been withdrawn or melted down, especially after changes in composition in later years. Therefore, well-preserved specimens, particularly those in uncirculated or proof condition, remain desirable for collectors who seek to own a piece of Britain's post-decimalization history. In terms of collectability and value, circulated examples of the 1981 one new penny are generally worth their face value due to high mintage. However, coins in brilliant uncirculated BU condition or from proof sets, which were produced in smaller numbers for collectors, can fetch a few pounds, especially if stored in pristine condition without scratches or discoloration. Proof coins are easily distinguished by their mirror-like surfaces and sharper details, the result of special minting techniques. The cultural and historical significance of the 1981 one new penny extends beyond its monetary value. It represents an important chapter in the modernization of Britain's currency system and showcases the design excellence of mid-20th century coinage. It also embodies a transitional period under the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting a modernizing nation that still valued tradition and symbolism. Coins like these were used daily by millions of British citizens, becoming part of everyday life, from small purchases at local shops to pocket money for children. For many Britons, the new penny coins evoke a sense of nostalgia, recalling the 1970s and early 1980s when these bronze pieces jingled in pockets across the country. Over time, the bronze one new penny was replaced by the copper-plated steel penny in 1992 due to the rising cost of copper. This makes the earlier bronze coins, such as the 1981 issue, even more historically significant as they represent the original era of the decimal bronze coinage. Collectors often appreciate the bronze coins for their solid feel, warm tone, and connection to a time before modern cost-saving measures changed the composition of everyday coinage. The design legacy of the 1981 one new penny also endures in later British coins. The crowned portcullis motif remains a powerful symbol of British governance and appears even today on various official emblems, badges, and other coins. The coin's overall design, clear, balanced, and steeped in symbolism, demonstrates the excellence of British numismatic art in the 20th century. For numismatists, studying the 1981 one new penny offers insight into how coinage reflects political, economic, and cultural transitions. Every detail, from the Queen's portrait to the inscription, "New Penny," tells a story of a nation adapting to modern standards while preserving its royal and historical identity. Collectors who specialize in decimal-era coins often seek complete year sets from 1971–1981, with the 1981 coin marking the symbolic end of the "New Penny" chapter. In summary, the 1981 one new penny coin is made of bronze, weighs 3.56 grams, measures 20.32 millimeters, has a plain edge, and was minted in the United Kingdom by the Royal Mint. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, while the reverse shows the crowned portcullis design by Christopher Ironside. It carries the inscription, "New Penny," and the date 1981. Its value in circulation is nominal, but its historical and sentimental worth is considerable. It symbolizes the closing phase of Britain's decimal transition and stands as a small yet enduring reminder of the heritage and craftsmanship of British coinage. From a broader perspective, the 1981 one new penny coin serves as a bridge between two eras, the decimalization era of the 1970s and the simplified, modernized coinage of the 1980s and beyond. Its production, design, and circulation encapsulate a unique moment when the British nation, under Queen Elizabeth II, was embracing modernization while maintaining a deep respect for its centuries-old traditions. Today, this humble bronze coin, though small in size, holds immense historical resonance for collectors and historians alike, representing not just a unit of currency but a tangible link to the living legacy of the British monarchy and the evolution of modern money. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.